morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, hi, hugs and hello for all those people who are tuned into PTV. You're watching World this morning. Earlier today, we were discussing forensic psychiatry, and right now, it is something very different, something very new, and something very innovative.
Exactly, and it's still in regards to your health, but it's in regards to information for your health. Now, within Pakistan, the situation within hospitals and healthcare is quite dire. People are working on it and trying to improve it. For instance, there is one doctor for every 1,200 patients. There are 6 beds for every 10,000 people who are going to hospital. So those are not good figures. And, you know, in regards to what we're going to be discussing, it's a website.
So the situation is quite bizarre, though.
It's terrible.
And then, you know, when you guys think that the doctors are getting rich day by day, obviously they deserve that because, you know, there's such a meager amount of doctors out there. And yes, we'll move on to that point. But then at the same time, all of those health facilities we get over here, let alone urban areas. Let's go to the rural areas. There are people who actually call in and say that, you know, our doctor charges 100 rupees, we cannot afford that. What do you think they need to do? How do you think that they need to, sorry for that, they need to locate a good doctor around them or nearby? I think we have a solution for that.
Exactly. And in regards to that, you know, to save, you know, tragedies happening or making yourself worse, this website that's being created for Pakistan is that you get your information so that at least you can, you know, cut time, not waste it, and go to the right place, to the right doctor who actually is qualified and not some sort of, it's not some sort of fake
So it's like,
quack,
it's like Tinder for medicine.
Okay, yeah.
That you can locate a doctor, right?
What is Tinder?
Doctors nearby you.
No, please tell. What's Tinder?
Tinder is a dating app where you can actually go search for women and then, you know, move on with that. But it does not really work. It is a very pathetic application.
Okay,
but
anyway,
on another note,
let's
I think this one's very fruitful.
Okay, I didn't think you were going to actually answer the question. It was rhetorical.
You asked me
Anyway, so we've been joined by Bina Ali. She is a pharmacist. She is also the patient care executive at PakWebMD. Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Besides Bina Ali, we have been joined by Waleed Ijaz. He is an electrical engineer by degree, and he is the co-founder and chief technology officer of PakWebMD.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, thank you for joining us. Besides Waleed Ijaz, we've been joined by Adil Ali. He is a psychologist, but he is also the Chief Operating Officer at PakWebMD. Assalamu alaikum, thank you for joining us. And you guys are very nice and happy today. It's really good to see you guys. And we were just joking around, so just lightening up the mood. Now, Bina, I'm going to start with you because I know you and you're a female. But no, what is PakWebMD?
Okay, now PakWebMD is basically our project. And as you mentioned about the healthcare issues, that's a very big issue. And also another, I would like to add to this, that in Pakistan there is a general trend of referral system. For example, if anyone falls ill, so he or she generally does not know which doctor to go to, the appropriate doctor. So there's a lack of healthcare information, that which specialty-based doctor we have to do. Yeah, so exactly. for that purpose, we created this website. It's a website. It's a part of the ecosystem. That PakWebMD is an ecosystem. It merges together the healthcare industry and the IT industry together.
Okay, now we've got the website as well, and we're sharing it with you, but we're not gonna, you can't answer all the questions we know. Okay,
yes.
Pause. Okay.
All right, the website is on your television screens, www.pakwebmd.com. And if you have any issues related to your health, just log on to it and look for it.
Okay, now Waleed, tell us, now what is this ecosystem?
Basically, the point is, there are different aspects of healthcare. So, like hospitals, clinics, and the most important part is healthcare information. One person doesn't, if I want to find a doctor, the problem is I will go to the general referral system. I'll call my aunt, call my cousin, or call my friend and ask for him, like, who's the best doctor around, and he'll tell me, like,
my friend just graduated.
That's the doctor. But I have I want a gastroenterologist, and he'll refer me to an ENT specialist. So that's the basic problem. And we formed like 4 tools. One is the website, and 3 other we will explain later. The website.
Tomorrow?
Right now, I'll explain first the website. Right. The PakWebMD.com, what it does, it gives you specialty-based, gender-based, and location-based doctors. If you want a doctor in Islamabad, whatever sector you choose, whatever specialty you choose, and you will find the doctor.
The nearby, the
nearby you, just like Tinder, as you
Please don't use that word again, because I will stop asking you questions.
Okay, so it is like this. If you want ENT specialist around F10.
All right.
Okay, so you go, you select the specialty, you select the location, you select the gender, if you want a male or female doctor representative. So hit the search button, different doctors will pop up.
Excellent.
And then you can look up their profile as well, their experience, their medical practicing location, and everything will be given in that.
But the way they appear on the list, is it the way that, you know, the top one is the senior most and then the lower one?
Experience-wise. They are like listed experience-wise. Now, then...
Okay, okay, no, go on, sorry, go on.
After that, you can also book appointments with those doctors.
Right.
In our age of technology, if you can order a pizza online, why don't you cannot book an appointment with a doctor online?
Yeah.
So we thought of that, and PakWebMD.com provides you the opportunity to book an appointment with a specific doctor.
Okay, and in regards to have that, you have to have a collaboration with the doctors and the clinics and the surgeries. Now let's bring Adil into the conversation. As Chief Operating Officer of PakWebMD, what exactly are you looking over?
So I'm basically looking over the operations of this whole organization. I've been helping these guys, helping especially their IT staff to develop all the tools that are needed in the market, and especially...
So tell us about these tools that you're helping to develop.
So right now, as Walid has explained, the Find a Doctor feature, the web portal of the website, I must elaborate, I believe, on the Lifeline thing. The idea was to cover maximum possible Pakistanis in the plan.
Right.
So Lifeline is basically the phone version of this web portal. Using anyone can call on a given number and find all the information that is already available on the website.
And we will share that with you guys as well.
Absolutely. So yeah.
So what is the Lifeline number as well?
So Lifeline is basically, it's right now it's a local number, but we have already got an UN number registered. So we will be sharing the UN number on the website very soon.
So you can share both though.
Yeah.
So we will, when they've got that, we will share.
All right.
That.
We'll check
okay. Yeah. So we'll share all the information at the end. But now, in regards to this, and like you were saying, Shahzad, you know, people go, you have a headache or you have a stomach ache or something, you'll go to an ENT specialist or something like that. For headache, actually, that's relevant. Anyway, so you have a stomach ache, you go to an ENT. Now, the thing is, the concept here is that if you graduated it with medicine degree, the 5-year basic, you're a doctor, you know, oh, they're a doctor, go and ask them. Now, this lack of awareness, how does the website cater to, you said you want to incorporate as many Pakistanis. A lot of them speak Urdu, a lot of them don't read. How is this website incorporating everyone?
Like, it's like this, there's a section about health information, about different diseases, about different tests and procedures. The common problem in Pakistan is like, if a doctor orders me some tests and labs, I would like come home and complain about it. He's a stupid doctor, he gave me like these 5-10 tests and all that. But log into our website, read about that, and there are facts that why the doctor gave you that.
Okay, I've got a very relevant...
Wait, sorry.
I've got a very... All right, sure.
But you didn't answer my question. The ones that people who don't read,
So
people
I
who
think
don't
I can answer that.
Please,
So basically, we have provided a phone line. Anyone could call, whether you know English or not, whether you know any specific language, any specific area language.
All right, so it's there.
We have got multilingual people as care
Even Russian.
coordinators. Yeah. So anyone could call at the number, and all the information that is available in English on the website, anyone could access it in their local language.
Very nice,
We'll
very
tell
amazing.
it
But now
with-
I wanted to share one of my very own experiences. So I had to rush to the hospital. The hospital is located in Afghan. I'm not going to name a blame, but it was an emergency. It was midnight, and I went over there, and they ripped me off with so much money and tests that I was like,
I know which hospital.
why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And then there was such a young guy, and I think they cheated with that as well, because a friend of mine, he had a head injury. He got into an accident, and I was there, and the guy goes like, oh, the neurosurgeon's here. All right, the neurosurgeon's here. How? And the guy was like hardly 29 or 31. I was like, how come you're a neurosurgeon at this age? Oh yeah, I passed my tests and all of that. I was not ready to believe it. He came back with all of those x-rays, goes like, oh, you know what? You need to get your MRI done. You need to get this done. There might be a crack over here. And you get all worried. And you're like, oh, is my friend going to be alive and kicking again? And he goes like, yeah, we'll see. It wasn't really that much of a
So he
damage.
wasn't a very good-
So I had to control my emotions. I was like, okay, whatever it is, I'm not going to get it checked over here. I'm going to take it somewhere else. But we had to go through all of those MRIs just because they wanted us to do that. So the next day I saw the doctor at the pharmacy of the same hospital, and I was like, what did you do last night? And then the doctor said, what the doctor said was very surprising. The hospital people make us do that. Now this is a very disturbing fact, and for all those amazing people who are out there, please be careful.
Yeah. So now in regards to this answer, like I mean,
The point is healthcare experience. You're a consumer of healthcare. You went to a certain hospital. So the third part of our healthcare ecosystem is a model clinic. We are focusing on primary care. So we have made around 3 clinics in 3 different locations.
All right.
And we are focusing on evidence-based practice.
Okay.
And if you come around that clinic, you'll never be like, feel like that you'll be ripped off.
Okay.
Proper time will be given to you. Proper documentation of your care is done. Total case management. We believe in the concept of care coordination and total care management.
All right.
So
this is a huge project you picked up.
amazing.
Now,
And I would like to add in this.
because I want to ask you the next
No,
question.
just subtract, please.
Okay, okay. The clinic that he's referring to. Okay, every patient and doctor encounter in that clinic, it's basically documented. It is reviewed and it is audited by senior physicians as well. Really senior physicians. So this basically keeps a quality check on the encounters as well, and it makes sure and also ensures that the proper treatment is being provided. And like you just mentioned your experience of whether the MRI was needed or not.
Yeah.
So basically the audit is done by the proper physicians who make sure that the proper type of quality care is given to the
So
patient.
the assessment
That's
system is
wonderful.
there.
Yes.
Because when we used to study in our universities, they used to actually get the assessments done of all of the teachers who were there, right?
Okay.
So then do you do that? That you'll probably send flyers to all of those people who've been to your clinic, and then they can fill in and check
So
it.
there's basically a random audit every week. There's a group of doctors who would sit down every week and just to review the cases, which patients we saw this week, like 10 patients were seen or 15 patients were seen. So we would randomly pick a few of those and we'll say, okay, let's audit them and let's review the charts. The doctors would go over all the treatment process, the diagnosis, how was the diagnosis done, which tests were ordered, what medications were prescribed, and whether they were needed or not. So there's a thorough audit process, and that process the doctors go through how much it was needed.
Okay,
what was
wonderful.
done.
Okay, in regards to the patient care, because it's complete patient case management, right? How do you now? You said you have the people there to assess the situation, but how are you going to ensure long-term quality control
For the patient.
for this whole system?
Okay, the long-term quality control. Okay, first of all, we need to highlight the benefits. The benefits for the patients as well as for the doctors as well. The main thing is the registration process. We do not charge money for it. The registration, the doctors, the patients, they can get registered with our healthcare portal absolutely free of cost. And all the best thing about it is that everything is documented.
All right.
And in this regard, I would like to mention my 4th tool. That is, the 4th tool is Jadid Tabib, and it is
Jadid Tabib.
Yes, Jadid
The
Tabib.
recent doctor?
No. It's
Or the experienced doctor?
Modern
So
doctor.
modern doctor.
So we are talking about documentation. So for
Docu-
that purpose, in Pakistan, clinics and hospitals, the basic concept of healthcare information management systems are there.
All right.
Like they only inputs a specific amount of information. What's your name? What's your demographics? And that's done. None of your labs, none of your medical charts are input.
Medical history.
Exactly. So we at PakWebMD developed an electronic health record, Pakistan's first cloud-based electronic health record. Currently in big hospitals, there are some electronic health records, but they are only available within their vicinity. So we focused on the accessibility of the software, so the doctor can use that software anywhere he wants from his
Very
home,
nice.
So it
From a
sounds like-
mobile application.
from the mobile application as well, from a website, from his tablet. If he's traveling in his car, on a train, and in a hospital, there is some certain emergency about a patient, and his assistant informs him that these are the current vitals. So he just have to log into the to our website, to our electronic health record.
Because it takes a
select
longer
the patient,
while. Yeah.
Exactly. Select the patient and see the
entire
current,
profile.
status of the patient. It's that just simple.
Because
Okay,
whenever
that's wonderful.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Because whenever we go to the hospital, the problem is that we have to wait for like 3-4 hours just for our file to
Be
come to
located.
the doctor.
Hey, this is basically, if I put it in a nutshell, it is a digital file of a patient record. So
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, we understand what it is.
Exactly.
It's okay, but we have got some IT background. Now this system, it seems very similar to the one in the UK, where you have with the doctors and the hospitals. However, I worked in that as well when I was part of the implementation. I used to go to the surgeries. There's a lot of security risk and confidentiality issues. Now, within Pakistan, we already have these issues where the doctors don't practice this confidentiality thing that they're supposed to. Now you're putting it on the internet and you're making a system. How are you ensuring the security of the patient's information?
Okay, well, this electronic health record, just like Wali just mentioned, we ensure that all the patient records are kept confidential, and we will be ensuring, okay, this is because this will be accessible by the doctor only, and
but if he misuses it, what are the repercussions? Because over here you need a proper system.
Right.
In the UK, if you misuse it, they'll find out, a red flag goes up, you'll be in court, or you'll be,
So that's the technology part. Now, if you take the records of a patient are being misused by a certain doctor, we at the back end have a dashboard.
Okay.
We monitor everything.
Great.
Okay, so we know what records are being transferred from one medical practice to another medical practice. And the best thing is, if there is a certain medical practice, and you have one doctor has to transfer the medical records to another medical practice, you need the consent of the patient for that transfer.
No, but that is not satisfying enough. Okay, over here, over here in this globe, everybody is experiencing repercussions of Panama leaks. All right. So if that can go out, why do you think your information cannot go out?
No, hackers can hack anything.
Yeah, so then
Exactly.
make it foolproof. That's why I'm saying it's not satisfying.
No, wait. I want to go to Adil because we wanted to say something.
So I guess we have put in all the security measures that we could maybe. We have put in encryption there, all the safety while designing.
Will you get an alert, for example, if somebody tried to hijack the system or something of that sort?
So that's what I said.
Obviously.
That's what I said.
Big
That
dashboard.
at the back end we have a dashboard. We monitor everything. So we'll get flags that if anything happens that will
that's the same.
While developing this system, we went over like 15-20 international EHRs. So we thoroughly reviewed what are the standards that they are using. Yeah.
Now we feel content. We can go to
But this is a wonderful initiative. But then at the same time, do we have a mobile application for PakWebMD?
Okay, now one second. Sorry, Valid. Bina, I want you to answer. I have to spread it out.
Okay. Yes, we PakWebMD is accessible on all the Android phones, on the Windows phone, and on the iOS as well.
So basically every phone.
Every phone. And one more thing I would like to add regarding to the Jadid Tabib, the electronic health record. In Pakistan, another healthcare issue is regarding the prescription misinterpretations. We all know generally doctors don't have a good handwriting.
And other than that,
oh my gosh, my father writes a letter. I was like, what are you saying?
just tell him to type one.
Yeah.
And just so you know, okay, misinterpretations is another reason. But other than that, all of those reps who used to go to the doctors, they used to write their medicines as well, just because they're going to get a tour to Malaysia or somewhere else with their family. So are we against it?
Yes, we are against it because Jadid Tabib is offering a unique feature of electronic prescriptions, which means that all the data would be generated electronically, so there are zero chances of any kinds of error. And also electronic lab orders, which means that if any doctor prescribes any lab tests, so these can be, and we have an integrated system like generally the pharmacies and the testing laboratories, they have a different network working here currently, but we in Jadid Tabib, we have integrated the three entities together. That is our clinics, our website, these pharmacies and the laboratories, so that the data of the patient can move within the system and minimizing all kinds of errors.
Okay, but now just to move the patient, do we have a single button within this application with which we can get an ambulance so that we can move the patient around as well?
Inshallah, we are doing that, but not right now. Okay. The ambulance service will be incorporated with the helpline service, the lifeline we're calling it. So the ambulance part will be incorporated pretty soon. We are working on that. Inshallah.
Because Maha, it's over there in UK as well.
Exactly.
I've seen this thing that there you have an application, you just hit the button, and the ambulance is just going to come over to your place.
It's halfway done.
Okay.
Inshallah, around like 3 to 4 months, you'll also find that.
Okay.
And where are you guys developing all of this technology? Because it's so much technology.
Adil,
Here in Islamabad, we have got an office in Islamabad, and now we have got another office in Bahria town, Rawalpindi. So we have been developing everything. All the development part is done here in Rawalpindi and Islamabad.
Okay, I have a question, and I've been meaning to ask this, and it actually slipped my mind. In regards to the system, and all this is wonderful, actually, and I'm so happy that someone's taking the initiative to actually provide proper healthcare with accountability and checks and all these things. But are you working hand in hand with the government or with anyone? Like, are you getting this support? Like, because everyone has to work together for this to work.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't know who to ask this one to because everyone's spoken.
Whoever.
So in terms of support, I must say that no one is at least bothering us while we are taking the initiative. We must appreciate the good thing that they're doing. Yeah. So, but in terms of support, is anyone coming to help us with this? So no one.
Collaboration, as in
it's going to help a lot, because if it comes from the government level, it's going to be very successful. Okay. And if it gets any little kind of support from the government, it's going to be very successful. I'm very certain about it.
Okay,
right.
And
right now we are working in collaboration with 2 medical schools as well, medical universities as well. So that's going pretty good.
Excellent.
And then who's funding the project as well? And do you need investors at this point, or you don't?
We don't need investors.
All right, so you're doing it yourself.
Like we
it's there, man.
We just need to go to PakWebMD.com, register, and
registration is entirely free. We don't charge money.
So okay, but now there's one more thing which I want to ask. That is, now half of the time when there are opportunities like these, this is the very recent and the most advanced opportunity, there might have been doctors who have tried to approach you. Now please make sure, be truthful about it, that you're not going to favor any of the doctor out there within Pakistan.
No, we have
dollar bills.
Have they offered you anything as well, and then stuff?
Not right now.
All right.
Not right now. Okay, but we have a complete registration process, and inshallah we won't do that.
And I feel like with you guys there's complete transparency with this whole system.
Yes.
Excellent. And in regards to, because we have run out of time, so is there anything that you would like to share with all those people that you're trying to reach out to? And yeah, because you've got the people who are in the urban, you've got the landline for the
and Adil needs to say something, then we'll
get
one question answered.
So I guess I need to give a message to all the doctors out there.
Yes.
So I must say that gradually but eventually we'll reach you out and we'll register you for the website. So right now it's such my humble request, go to PakWebMD.com, register yourself, and even if you're not a doctor, I guess it's the responsibility of everyone to know more about healthcare, know more about your health, and it's imperative that you go there and register yourself, learn more, get educated, make educated choices about your health, and I guess you deserve this liberty and this all education.
And if you want to register, we are going to be in Jinnah Convention tomorrow.
Okay.
For the Startup Expo. So join us there.
What time?
Around it starts like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Wonderful.
And how many times did it happen that you guys went to other hospitals or medical schools and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we're not entertaining"?
When we started, I had a tour of like Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore.
Oh, yeah.
There were I visited 15 hospitals of Lahore. 14 of them said to me, "We don't need this. That's the dough." And only one, which was run by an NGO, was entrusted. That was a morale booster for me.
Yeah.
So we have been working on this for the past around 1.5 years, and we have made it. Inshallah, let's see what we.
It's going to do very well. If you stick to what you guys are saying, you're going to do very well. And Bina, any final words?
Final words, yes, I would like my network to grow. PakWebMD should grow, and it is for your own health. Because, you know, if the international community can practice it, then why not in Pakistan? We want everyone to know, because the PakWebMD.com not only caters in making the right selection for a particular doctor, we have other healthcare features as well in knowing about the symptoms and ailments and all. So we can always counter check about whatever a doctor has told us about, so we can always go and gather more information.
And you do not have a competitor as of yet
No.
in Pakistan, right?
I mean, this is not a competition
Let's not
kind of
forget
area,
that.
is it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously
Because
you
it's hard.
guys might feel relaxed about it, but there will be competition.
There will
one
be
day.
competition.
Yeah, and
But
there
you
needs to
welcome
be
it.
And
competition.
that's good. We welcome that.
Yeah.
We would like to say that they should also come with us and join hands and work together.
'Cause health is something
Health
different.
is something important.
This is the best positive
Okay,
thing I've ever
guys,
heard.
thank you so much, and that's so wonderful. The guests this week have been so like nice. And normally it's like me. Anyway, thank you so much. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. There was so much information, and I'm so glad people are taking the initiative. But like at the end of the day, Shahzad, you know, it's about your health. It's about your mental peace of mind, it's about your well-being, and if you don't have the information, if the right information is not there, you're really in a bad state. Because I've just noticed yesterday there's some social issues going on, right, within the social media,
Yes.
and I noticed that people were literally, instead of doing research, they were taking exactly what they're saying, basing their whole opinion on a society or a gender or an issue or a health issue. And this kind of website, these kinds of shows are to show you that do your research, be critical, question things. You don't have to be negative, but just kind of make sure that you're protecting yourself, because no one else is going to do that for you.
And then don't get rigid about it. I mean, for example, half of the time whenever I'm in an argument with my friends or family, what I do is that I do my research and then I back it with some logical research papers or documents which people have actually got done through years and years of hard work.
Yes.
Half of the time over here, what happens is that, you know, probably I'll see a friend, or, you know, one of my friends is going to see another friend and he's going to tell him that, you know, this is what happened on Facebook, didn't you see? And he's going to learn that from him. He does not know whether that's true or not. That's the impact of social media. And then wherever he's going to sit, he's just going to let it out, just because of the
Exactly.
fact that he heard from somebody and he thinks that's true. Please do that. As Maha said, research is very vital, it is very important. And I think for all of those people who run universities and all of these things, please have R&D labs in your universities, please invest. And I would love to pledge the government as well. Please give out a bit of money, a bit of finances to all those government universities so that they can do a bit of research for their betterment.
Exactly. So with that, you log onto our Facebook fan page,
Which is with the name of World This Morning.
our Twitter page,
World This Morning without a G.
our YouTube page,
World This Morning once again.
and our Daily Motion page.
World This Morning.
And the repeat is that.
The fabulous repeat is going to be at 5 past midnight, and for all those people who've actually tuned in at midnight, it's a good night, but it's a good morning right now.
And today you have to do your research on any point that you make. Bye-bye.
Yes, think about us.